Hey y'all, what's up? I'm Mimi, aka the Piscean Seer, and this is one of the daily collective messages. Like, and subscribe if you get anything out of this. Thank you so very much to those of you who do like, subscribe, and comment. It is always and forever going to be loved and appreciated. God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, cosmic guides, all beings of the highest and purest white light with the best interest of me and the collective at heart. You are always and forever welcome into my readings, okay? Please give my wonderful, fabulous, and amazing Piscean Seer family the best and most accurate information for them at this time, okay? So, um, we got the Nine of Cups with wishes fulfilled, okay? We got the truth is revealed, okay? And being in the hot seat. This is an Archangel Raziel reading, okay? We got the Eight of Chalices, which is talking about you walking away. Maybe you choosing this Empress type of energy and refusing these like fake offers of love that have been coming from certain people. Or even you coming to your senses and accepting the offer of love that Spirit had to offer you for so very long, okay? But let me see, what's your energy? There's also, look, the fulfillment of wishes right here. Deception and envy under that. Okay. We got rebirth. We got royalty under that. We got time to shine under that. And we got the wheel of fortune. Okay. And then the five of wands again, because the five of wands is right here under the four of cups. Okay. So lots of conflict in your past. Okay. Let me see what's going on with you real quick. I do have notes, but I'm supposed to get the overall energy first today. So let's see. We got the Five of Cups. Because this is supposed to be your energy. Maybe you feel sad because you feel like these things that are supposed to be coming to you should be here already. But with the moon, I feel like there are a lot of things you don't know about this new beginning that you have stepped into. You know, with the Four of Cups, maybe still certain offers of love that are coming in that you're going to need to turn down, or certain things that you still need to learn from the divine at this time to step more fully into your star power. I think you could be a little bit upset that your stability doesn't look the way that it should look, or that the way that you thought it would look by now, you know. But I feel like Raziel is saying like that you need to just stay strong. I feel like this is actually perfect, this overall energy, okay, now that I'm thinking about the notes. Okay, you are walking the path of Job at this time, baby. So you need to stay patient, stay steadfast, stay loyal to the divine, and keep looking to them for your answers and for your guidance at this time, okay? Like in this time of trial, when you're walking this Job type of path, you know, there's a lot of temptations that come in with that Four of Cups energy. There's a lot of things that come in, a lot of offers, you know, a lot of cups of wine that are really blood, okay? So you know, and it's like this time where spirit allows this mischief. They allow things to go wrong. They allow you to lose things because there's certain things that you're needing to learn, certain truths that are needing to be revealed to you at this time, okay? I seen spying and keeping tabs. That feels like real significant, okay? So gang stalking is the energy I get from that. What's going on outside of them? We got confession, I love you, okay? I don't know. We got blame it on the alcohol, and Papa was a Rolling Stone, and spying through divination. And then we got getting one's just desserts, okay? So maybe these are some of the trials that you've been through. Maybe you've dealt with these fake confessions of love. Maybe you've dealt with, you know, people spying on you through divination, and you know, gang stalking you, people doing things to you and acting like, oh, that's because I was drunk, people cheating on you and playing games with your heart and things like that, okay? Yeah, we got your ex cock blocking. They coming around trying talking about how about some benefits, let's have a conversation. You said you was always going to be there for me, looking out for me, okay? But really, people just want to come in and stop your flow. And I think you're not making it easy for them, you know, because, you know, like God talked to Satan, okay? God talked to Satan and allowed Satan to go into Job's life, okay? And to like shake things up to test his faith. He allowed that with the Ace of Sides, okay? And so I feel like your faith is being tested in a major way, and it could be making you feel a little bit sad or making you feel like you're doing something wrong, but you're not doing anything wrong. You're doing everything so right, and that's why you even got to this place where you're allowed to let this energy of the sun or this energy of the fire to come into your life and burn away what is no longer needed for you, you know. Job talks about that in the book of Job, okay? He talks about the fire going into his life. He really describes like the dark night of the soul and what it feels like to have lost everything. I seen 544. But at the end, he comes out as this beautiful star, you know. At the end, Yeshua is sending people over to him for him to pray for them. He embraces his situation and his circumstances. He never turns his back on God. He keeps his faith through all of his trials and tribulations. But I'm getting ahead of myself though. Let me read to you the sun. So it says, nothing bad can survive in the light of day, not even a hell mouth, okay? Filled with the power of purification and cleansing, the amulet sent scourges of demons back to hell, making way for a brighter day. If the amulet turns up in your reading, it's a sign that things are looking up. You finally can be fully present in the world without looking over your shoulder, waiting for the other fang to drop. This card ushers in a time of peace, positivity, and an apocalypse expertly halted, okay? So you don't have anything to worry about, you know. You might have feel like you was experiencing the apocalypse, like everything was going crazy. I'm hearing upheaval, just this energy of everything being kind of jumbled around, you dealing with a lot of deceptive and envious types of people, but working on establishing this foundation for yourself, you know, working on attracting more achievement to yourself so that you can improve your life in a better way, you know. So they had me listening to Job, okay? And I just pulled out my phone and started typing. All of this was happening last night when I was laying down, okay? I just started getting channel messages because I started praying, you know, and then I was like, okay, well, I said I was going to listen to Job because I was actually driving down the street, okay, in silence, which is unusual, okay. Usually I have the music on or whatever and I'm just grooving. And I was at work too, so I was just riding in the silence and I heard Job. And I was like, you want me to read Job? And they were like, yeah, you know, and I really didn't get it. And then I kind of had a little bit of a tower moment like the next day. And I was just like really talking to God and trying to get some clarity on what are the next steps and what is really going on and what is it like, should I be worried? You know what I mean? Like, am I under judgment? Like, what's going on with me, you know? But they had already answered my question when they gave me Job, okay? So I wrote, Job had everything a man could want, and God allowed Satan to take it all. He allowed Job to fall, to lose everything, and showed him the hypocrites of the church and the fake people he was surrounded by, so that he could find happiness within himself and realize it was what he held within that made him a great man, and not earthly possessions he had or the people he was surrounded by, okay? I said the Holy Spirit came to remind him that all he had came from God, and that everything he went through was for his highest good, you know. And I wrote, he experienced a dark night of the soul until he discovered the gold within himself. And this is what, you know, like he testifies, you know, he's talking to, you know, like his fellow homeless people, because he had became homeless. He had, you know, all of these animals, all of these children. He had a happy family. He was respected in the community. He had everything that he needed. He had everything going for him, okay? But he didn't have true happiness. He didn't have the golden consciousness within him. He didn't understand what was going on. So he falls, right? They take everything from him, including his children who die in a freak accident where the house where a swift wind comes and knocks down the important parts of the house, and the house collapses in on itself. And the guy is like, well, I'm the only survivor to come tell you about this, because this is all trials, this is all tribulations. He's meant to know about every single thing that he has lost. So he gets to this place where he's down on his luck and he doesn't feel good and he's lost everything, and he's talking to God. He's questioning God the entire time. He's looking for understanding. He's searching for these answers, and he's just talking and talking and talking with God and with the Holy Spirit, and trying to get this understanding or this understanding of what's going on with him. Or he doesn't understand what's going on at first. He's questioning God, like it's him, like, what have I done wrong? What have I done to deserve this? Why are you doing me like this? And that's why I labeled that the dark night of the soul, because that's what the dark night of the soul is for. And you could be going through some sort of dark night of the soul for yourself. In order for you to discover more of this golden consciousness within you. He talks about all of these treasures and all of these beauties being uncovered with him as the fire of the Holy Spirit spreads through the inside of him, baby. And that's exactly what it is that you are experiencing or have experienced recently. And that could be why you're in a sad energy a little bit, because you really don't understand where things are going. Some of you guys could be in the void, still trying to figure things out, just waking up or whatever. Raziel saying, make sure that you talk to God, okay? Reach out and pray and give it up. And, thank God for everything that you still do have, for everywhere that you still are. Thank him that you're still breathing. Tell him, I understand this test. I understand that this too shall pass. I understand that you're taking me to such a higher place. I understand that you only take in order to give better and to give more. And that's so important to you at this time. I feel like you might have a lot more support on the outside of you than you perceive to have in your life. Definitely in the spiritual realm. I think maybe you don't reach out to receive that love as much, but also I feel like somebody could be really coming in to like confess love to you, to tell you, hey, I really love you. I really want to talk to you. I really want to try this thing out. Maybe that person could have been going through this very same thing. Okay. It's given like twin flame type of energy. Okay. But I started reading that, got a few chapters in, and I was like, well, what happens at the end? So I Googled it because I was just being guided. You know what I'm saying? I was just listening to what Spirit was telling me to do. Okay. So I Googled what happens at the end, and it said, in the end, God restored all that Job had lost and gave Job twice as much as he had before. But I had already typed that. Okay. I had already channeled what happens at the end before I went and Googled this. Okay. It says, the Lord blessed him with a long life and with seven more sons, and with seven more sons and three more daughters who were the most beautiful women in all the land. Satan was proved wrong and God's righteousness had prevailed. Okay. So it was 11:31 when I got done reading that. Okay. So 11:31 represents a powerful sign for making your dreams come true. You are a magnet for positive energy and opportunities because you've walked the path of Job, is what I added to that. Okay. It says the angels are guiding you to visualize your dreams clearly and to take inspired actions toward them. So try to avoid being sad or feeling like you've lost, or, like you're losing. Like, take this time to really stand your ground. That's what I've seen. Okay. To reach out to that light and awaken all of the beauty that's within you in this time. Like, that's what this time is for. Okay. This time is for you to allow the sun to burn away everything within you that's no longer serving you. And I laughed so hard when I was listening to this because it resonated with me so much. Okay. It resonated with me so much. And he was literally describing the testing of Ra and Lady Isis, okay? Describing all of those things being burned away and God pouring in this unconditional love and appreciation and the understanding of happiness and all of these different things when he had nothing. And then because he stayed faithful and never gave into temptation and never turned his back on God and never started yelling at God, like how I seen 1444, okay? Because he never turned his back on God, or, blamed God for the things that he was going through. Instead, he sought understanding. He was blessed in the end. And that's exactly the type of thing that's going on with you, okay? We got disruption. I feel like this is for you, for the 5 of Cups, like you could be still feeling like you're in a state of disruption, like you don't understand, and there's a need for you to seek understanding from within yourself, okay? Like there's no tarot reader or anybody else that can tell you what's going on within you like God can. That's where you need to go to find the answers, to find the knowledge, to find the energy, to find the joy, to find the happiness that you seek is within you, okay? What's confession? I love you. Ooh, we got intuition, okay? We got the truth, and we got third eye chakra, okay? So God loves you, okay, baby? And he guides you through your intuition. Because of that love, he allows you to open your eyes and see things clearer. And he might have unconventional ways, and he might snatch shit out of your life that you feel like, well, if God loved me, why would he take this? Why would he take that person? Why would he take these things if he loves me and he wants me to be at my best? Because those things don't amount to love or to the energy of you being at your best. Sometimes God got to disrupt your entire program and take everything that you got in order to build you up anew, in order to refresh you, in order to step you into this time for you to shine, in order to make you aware of the royal energy that you already carry. Job was like dependent on everything that he had. He said that he had breathed in the riches, and that it had made him sick, that it had taken root in his belly, okay? Which is where the solar plexus or the sun energy is located at. So he had to lose all of those riches in order for God to rid him of those egotistical energies, of everything that he had. He had to purge literally everything he owned and knew to be him, and renew that energy to go through a true rebirth, okay? And to find all of the hidden secrets and treasures that were within him, to find all of the beauty within him that made him God's ambassador. And that's why Yeshua was sending people to Job to get prayed for, because Job did the hard work that it took to become God's ambassador at the end of the day. Whew. We got the throat chakra and authority, okay? So right now you're being stepped into this beautiful authority, okay? Being taught to speak your truth more clearly, being taught to communicate with God more clearly, even when things are going wrong. You're taking the very next step in this journey, okay? Your passion is being ignited after a time of terrible heartache and loss, after so much mental conflict. And you could still be having a little bit of mental conflict going on, but don't let that discourage you, okay? You're doing great. It's like you're finally offering up this right energy of love to yourself. You're seeing yourself the way that God sees you, or you're on your way to doing this. What's the sun? We got recognition and reward, okay? That's so perfect. And then it's got like that sunny energy behind it, and the number 3, which gives me the energy of mastery. Trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust the path that you're on, trust that there is a reason why you're going through and experiencing all of these different things, okay? You're being guided to this beautiful, triumphant success, to a place where you have much more balance. That's 111, okay? We got the universe, okay? And we got spiritual union. But none of that is able, like, but you have to go through first the fire is what I'm hearing, okay? First the conflict, okay? And the feeling of defeat, to get all the way down to nothing. That's when you find out who you really truly are and which way you really gonna go with things. Know that it's a blessing to hit rock bottom, okay? Many people never make it there, okay? They never awaken, and they never figure out who they are. And this shit has been like beautiful and enlightening for me, but it was hard as fuck, okay? I had a lot of things that I needed to heal from. I had so many addictions and so many people and so much around me that constantly kept me in this energy of sadness. And I'm not blaming it on them at all. I'm never a victim, baby. But when God came to me, I was at my worst, okay? And he really took my hand and literally guided me to this place where I'm sitting at right now, okay? So even if you are sad, even if you feel like everything is disrupted and like you'll never make sense out of where you are, baby, make sure that you pray and talk to God about whatever it is that you're going through, okay? You might feel defeated and you might feel sick of conflict, but it's all leading up to such a beautiful place. And know that you don't have to participate in any conflict or anything like that. Know that the happiness that you're seeking is within you. It's already in your heart. It's already encoded in your DNA. And there is nothing more that you need to do, you know? She said our floors don't stay clean for very long, and it's a Swiffer commercial. You know, it's just showing her Swiffering the floor all over the house, and that's exactly what the divine is doing in your life at this time, making you into a beautiful, radiant version of yourself. Okay. So never give up on you. Keep doing what it is that you need to do to become a better ambassador for God, okay? Now it's a man running on top of a mountain like it ain't shit, okay? And that's exactly what you're doing at this time. You're running up a mountain, okay? It said tested everywhere, okay? You might feel like all of these tests are coming in from all over the place, and that car was called Nissan Kicks. You might also feel like people being kicking you while you was down, you know. And then it showed me the earth, okay? All of this on these commercials, okay? Then it showed me the earth, baby. So you're grounding this beautiful divine energy for yourself at this time, tapping into this shamanic type of energy and what your big mission is here on this earth. You're awakening past life energies within yourself and doing all of these very powerful things, okay? So even if you are sad, baby, be sad, okay? Get it out, cry it all out. Healing is the most important thing that you're ever going to do on this journey, and it's so important to your testimony and to the places that you're meant to go, you know? Because Job, after he picked himself up in a way, you know, when he got to communing with the divine, he got to talking to these people, turning these people to God, showing them the glory of God, even when all he like pretty much in the eyes of people on the earth, all of his glory had been taken. I seen 22:44, which is giving me the energy of him being whole in himself and mirroring the divine. Okay, I seen 22:55. After all of those big changes, he became whole in himself. He said something about God teareth me down and maketh me whole again. Okay. What's the Five of Cups and disruption? Okay. We got light worker. Baby, you're a light worker. And that's a hard path to walk sometimes, but it's worth every step of the way, okay? We got enemies. I'm hearing I got enemies, got a lot of enemies, got a lot of people trying to drain me of this energy, which makes sense because I'm using the Maji, the High Priestess deck, okay? We got Dark Night of the Soul, hashtag the Purge, okay? So this is what I'm saying, baby. This, if there is disruption, you know, if this is for somebody that's going through the Dark Night of the Soul or going through some very hard things at this time, like this is going to pass, okay? You're just purging energies that don't serve you. You're getting rid of these things that you don't need no more. You're growing into something amazing, something much more expansive, discovering the love for yourself, like I said, and burning away all of these nasty thoughts and nasty ways of being that you had become so accustomed to. And all of these nasty people with those same nasty thoughts and nasty ways of being are being removed out of your life until they either learn or they just being removed forever. What's intuition and confessions? I love you, okay? We got highly ranked in the spiritual world. Didn't I say that mean God love you, okay? God loves you. You are highly ranked, baby. And your intuition is being awakened, being boosted. You're looking within yourself into this darkness to find the light of your intuition so you can become more aware of the doors that are truly open to you, okay? What's intuition and confession? I love you. We got ancient divine blood, okay? So you're awakening more and more of this beautiful ancient divine blood within you. And a lot of times when you're awakening these past life type of energies within you, they come with certain things that you have to heal, certain fears, certain doubts, and sometimes they come with this energy of sadness because this is something that really affected your soul, something you're charged with healing in this lifetime, but something you're well equipped to heal in this lifetime. And the more of these like dark situations that you find yourself in and going through, the easier it becomes for you to heal. You're pulling the light out of these dark situations and even out of any sadness that you may be feeling at this time, okay? Excuse me. We got the tarot reader, okay? You could be some sort of tarot reader, okay? Or it's more of that energy I was saying before. You don't need a tarot reader or anybody to tell you where it is that you're going through. But if you are a tarot reader, I think a lot of people have been messing with you, picking at you. You've collected a lot of enemies just by entering into the dark night of the soul. It's like you've stepped onto like certain people's radars or whatever. But you just need to continue to grow and to continue to focus on what it is that you're doing, because what you're doing is so extremely important, not only to you, but to the collective. What's the sun and recognition and reward, okay? We got your name holds power, okay? We got not only are you a miracle, but one is on its way to you. We got earth angel healer, okay? And this is what you're being prepared to be recognized as, because it says recognition and reward. You are discovering your inner power, the power that you naturally hold within yourself, being made aware that you are a miracle, and more, and being rewarded for all of this hard work that you've done, being rewarded for being a beautiful earth angel and healer. But first, the fire, like I said before. Yeah, then time to shine. You're going through a lot of DNA upgrades, so you need to be very patient with yourself, okay? Yeah, but you have natural Reiki powers, okay? Look into Reiki. That will really help you with this part of your journey, okay? You're extremely empathic. I feel like that's awakening within you, and that could be why you're extremely emotional as well. Maybe you need to like check in with yourself and really see which emotions are yours and which emotions aren't yours, okay? That will really clear things up a lot for you. Really pray a lot. Pray away confusion. Pray away disruption. Pray away anything that you feel does not serve you or does not fit into your earth angel light worker energy naturally, okay? You have the ability to, create decrees and have those things hold strong in your life. You have the ability to call on any help or any protection or any understanding that you may need at this time, baby. So please take advantage of that. You're healing through a lot of trauma, okay? And you're calling in this judgment for these enemies who wanted to keep you in this energy of disruption for as long as they could. Satan is not winning over you, okay? Or anybody in that satanic type of energy. And a lot of people, because it was also talking about, the people looking very happy on the outside, but within them is this rooted evil, this nastiness, this lack of healing, all of this dirt and grime, all of this disruption from them not accepting the healing, from them not understanding the trials of God, from them not reaching out to get that wisdom and understanding. They're being stuck with this types of negative energies within themselves. And I think, there are a lot of people outside of you who are your enemies, but they really love you, okay? Deep down inside, they love you and they care for you, but a lot of them don't know how to express that. They never been through a dark night of the soul. They haven't purged all of this negativity and nastiness out of them. So they're incapable of showing you the love that you may be looking for from them at this time. What you're going through is special. It's different, okay? But it's important. It's important to you and to the lives of them. We got the Seven of Swords, okay? I feel like you got some very sneaky people around you, and they think that they have won in some sort of way because they were able to, like, keep you from getting stuff, but they ain't kept you from getting shit. They helped you. They were the trials. They were the trials and the tribulations. They were the mountains that you needed to climb to show God that you had all the strength that you need to go through. And that's why you get to purge and renew and see all the truth. What's the light worker and enemies? Okay, we got the lovers. Okay, which is hilarious because it's masculine on one side and feminine on the other side. Okay, on the feminine side there's apples and this plush green tree, and on the masculine side there's this tree that's on fire. Okay, you're marrying the two parts of you, but you're not quite there yet, with this crack in the ground. I feel like there are a lot of snakes still being exposed. Okay, but know that what you're doing right now is leading to a place of justice, and it might seem like it's a lot of hard work, and you might not be able to see clearly through to the end, but you got this, baby. Like I said, you're just walking the path of Job at this time. So don't be too attached to anything. Don't be afraid to release and let go. Gain control of your water, of your emotion, and pay much attention to your intuition, what you're called to learn, what you're called to get into. Okay, what's highly ranked in the spiritual world and ancient divine blood? We got the Six of Swords. Okay, so you're headed to a nice calm place. Okay, I think you're much closer to this calm place than you think. What's ancient divine blood and tarot reader? We got the King of Cups. Okay, and I just said master your water. Okay, so this is where you're headed. You're almost like you're going through a very emotional time because you are mastering your water at this time. Okay, so don't stop what it is that you're doing. And if you're already in your divine purpose, then just keep that thing going. Because the more you do that, the more you really truly do heal yourself. You are creating new opportunities for the divine to come in and show you more and more and more about yourself. Okay, what's the Six of Swords and the King of Cups? We got the Eight of Wands. Okay, you're also receiving so many intuitive messages at this time. Okay, your intuition is extremely strong. Like you're headed into this beautiful higher level of spiritual union with God at this time. So it's a very important process, and it's not something that can be rushed, because Job didn't just lose everything one day and then have everything back. He lived like three lives. Okay, he lived that full life where he had everything, then he lost everything, and he lived the life of a homeless man who didn't have anything. Okay, with the death energy right here and the Nine of Pentacles. Then he lived the life of a homeless man where he didn't have, where he gained his divine wealth that he held within himself, and then he was dropped back into the wealth that he was dropped into double that wealth, because it's like he reached a cap in his life. He reached a place where he could get no further because he didn't have all of the tools that he needed within. He didn't have a big enough foundation to support everything that God really truly had for him. He had to go through those trials and tribulations, and he had to lose things in order to build himself up and become the earth angel he was meant to be, to hold more, to be in a higher position, to gain more respect from the community. So he could not only receive recognition and reward, but be in a position where he could recognize and reward others. And this is what you're being prepared to do. Okay? We got the Ten of Pentacles. This is what you're being prepared to do. Okay? What's not only are you a miracle, but what is on its way to you. Okay? We got the Knight of Swords. Okay? Things are rushing toward you very fast. Okay? I heard surrender. Now is the time for you to surrender. Okay? When you can surrender, because that's a very hard thing to do. When you can surrender to the divine and put everything in God's hands, put your relationship, your job, you know what I'm saying, your emotions and everything that you have to offer into God at this time. When you can do that, baby, then you can attract anything that you want or need. What's the Ten of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords? We got the Death card. And just because I'm saying you can attract everything you want or need, it don't always come tomorrow. Like I said, Job was going through the trials and the tribulations for a long time, okay? He still was homeless and walking around helping people out on the street. He talked to all of those people, okay? He prophesied to them. He taught them who God was. He walked away from that old life and it brought him and it came to completion, okay? And he didn't dwell in the past or focus on what he used to have or what he needed. Yeah, he did for a little while, but eventually he got over that and he stepped into his power. And after he stepped into his power, his outside started to match his inside. So this is where you are in this beautiful teamwork with the divine where you're exchanging energy with them in that way. And though it might look like it's a whole bunch of burdens, it's really God with the Hierophant working in your life. So allow God to come in and do his work and don't fight against him and don't hold on to these old things in your life that are going on. Let go down into the fire and let all of this sadness and all of this darkness and everything that does not serve you burn away while you down there in that fire and rise up like the phoenix that you are. Whew, okay. What else? We got Air Guardian with shift your perception. That's what's going on. A major shift of perception in your life, in your world, in your universe, in your soul. You are headed toward becoming this master of air, where your communication with the divine will be flawless. But first, you have to master that water within you first, okay? So, but you also have to like retrain your brain, okay? Affirmations, writing down, creating your own affirmations, looking at affirmations from others, excuse me, paying attention to your angel numbers and really paying attention to your surroundings and the signs that you're getting straight from God at this time, okay? Because they're very powerful and they walk you through every single situation that you're in. Read the word, okay? Although, if I'm being quite honest, I suggest you getting into the word after you feel, I mean, not, of course, read the word, baby, because there's so many different gems in there and God's always going to guide you to whatever scripture you need to hear at that time. But in a little bit, that whole thing is going to read completely different, It's going to read completely different and it's going to make so much sense. You're going to understand. I just started thanking God and crying today because I was listening to Job, while I was getting ready. And it resonated with me so much because I walked that path too. So just know that like you got all the strength that you need to carry on and to get through this thing. You're not cut off and you're not going through things for no reason. It's all making sense. Yeah, we got She-Wolf with Unleash the Wild Within. You're unleashing this dark feminine energy within yourself at this time, okay? Going into the dark and embracing these wilder, darker parts of yourself that you always judged yourself for. And maybe that could be where the sadness is coming from in a way, Maybe you're judging yourself too harshly or you feel like this disruption in your life is your fault in some sort of way or like you deserve judgment for doing things wrong, but this is just time for you to reflect, to look deep into that mirror that is the universe and find out where do you fit in all of this and what is it, the beautiful characteristics that you hold that make you the beautiful angel that you have become, baby. Yeah, this is a big wake up call to you and the power you hold at this time. This increasing of you and how you think of yourself and your personal property, Your personal property being like your downloads, the light that you hold within, the passion that you hold within, the love that you have within, the grace that you hold, that the divine blessed you with. Okay, we talking about all of the things that you can't buy right now. That's what's being downloaded and awakened within you at this time, so that you can step into a new beginning like one that you never fucking seen. And please believe that anything that you think you ever lost is going to be replaced, 2 times whatever it was that left. Okay, it's all going to be so much better. What's the final thought on this? Okay, we got witch. You could be dealing you could be dealing with that type of energy too. You could be dealing with people really judging you from the outside. Job was like judged. Okay, he was like ridiculed. He was like, but he was judging himself the most. He was ridiculing himself. He was questioning himself so hard, but he was not yelling at God and blaming it on him. That's what I said before. But he was so all over his own head, like, God, what did I do? Like, what did I do wrong? Can you just tell me, how did I move wrong to where I got myself into this place? And God didn't explain it right at first. He just let him go through the motions and watched him make his own choices organically. And he chose love. He chose to work hard to get back in the good graces of God, rather than turning his back on God and everything that he believed in. And that's the message there. Do that. Continue to work hard at the perfection of yourself and your relationship that you have with the divine. Keep getting to know yourself, because it only gets better, it only improves. And you might not necessarily move from where you are right away. It might not look like things are improving. But the closer you get to God, baby, the more things are improved, whether you can see it or not. It's a part of your justice. But we all go through the dark night of the soul. We all go through that, where we don't understand us, our worth, our value. We questioning everything, and we wondering, what did we do to deserve such a life? Who did we hurt, and what did we do? And the message is, you didn't do nothing. You earned the right to grow your intuition and to get deeper within yourself. You earned the right to learn these lessons and to walk through that fire in order to get renewed and reborn on the other side of that. Know that it is a blessing and an honor, and that you are carrying this with beautiful strength. It says the eyes have it. You know which choice to make when you use your true vision. This one, okay, this one is a keen observer. She has the witch's eye. While some may be satisfied to judge a book by its cover, not her. She has done a lot of work to be able to stand in a neutral position and observe. Sometimes on the surface, something can look good or right. Perhaps a request to volunteer at one or more event or work a longer shift has come into your realm. On the surface, it may seem like the right thing to do, but perhaps it is deceptively dressed up with good intentions. Good vision comes from accessing a higher perspective. When this woman makes a decision, she asks the question, which master do I serve? Is it the highest good to make this choice? And will I keep my voice? This woman sees through deceptions. She is a true hunter. Her owl eyes do not miss a beat. With this hard earned perception, she has also won freedom. This witch knows which choice to make because she is a master of self authority and observation. And this is what you are becoming, baby. A master of self authority and observation. You working hard to perfect yourself and your relationship with God so that you can perfect your perception on the world and everyone in it. And that's such a beautiful thing. And it's not an easy thing, or everybody would do that shit. So don't give up on yourself or on your journey, my love. And with that, I'm done. I hope you guys have a happy, fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day, that you got something that you needed out of this. And I will see you later, my love. Bye.